Welcome to Not Like This.
Not like this.
From professional wrestling, horror films, and everything in between. Strap in. And now your hosts, Dale Zawada and Jim Snedeker Jr.
Welcome to Not Like This Blacklist 2019, which means, oh, look who's over there in the corner. JD's here. What's going on, JD?
Not too much. Ready to talk about some movies that I'm probably not going to watch and that I'll forget we talked about in about a year.
Get out of that corner over there. Get over here. Grab your list, because I've got my list. We're using fucking Deadline.com for the list, which is weird because you'd think it would be on the Blacklist website, but I couldn't fucking find it. So
okay.
It is what it is. I don't know how much longer we're gonna do this series. We do it every year and it's a lot of fun, but Blacklist, like, it used to be this little fun side thing, the best unproduced screenplays of the year. That's nice and cute. And then Blacklist became this like company, and they have their script services that very mixed reviews on the legitimacy of all that kind of shit. And I'm like, oh, this isn't as fun anymore, because you know, like, how'd you make this list? Go, you know this person, or you paid that, and it's like, okay. So
they went corporate.
They went corporate.
Not cool anymore.
I don't know how much it affects this list, but I know, like, they have their website, and it's like, yeah, just submit your script, and I don't even think they give you feedback. I think it's just like you get a B-. Go fuck yourself. What the fuck does that mean for anything? All right, so JD. I hope you have it in front of you.
I do. I haven't looked at it at all until right now. So.
We'll start from the bottom up, because like that's just how it works. Like, these scripts had 6 votes, and the best scripts had 22 votes. So we'll start from the bottom up. They're all supposed to be very good. I'm gonna make a little side file. I'm gonna write down the ones that I think are interesting. You did this last year.
I did.
And I'm gonna try to keep up with mine. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so we'll read them. We might go over them, like, oh, that sounds interesting, or it might sound like shit, and we just go right to the next one. I'll read a bunch, you read a bunch, save these voices. You've only got less than 90 minutes, so we're going to blast through the bad ones. And let's get into it. Let's go over some of the best unproduced screenplays of 2019. I will get it started here at the very bottom. Voicemails for Isabel by Leah McKendrick. A low-level TV writer struggles to cope with the death of her little sister by continuing to leave her voicemails, chronicling the shit show that is dating in LA. When the phone number is unknowingly transferred, a cocky New York real estate agent begins receiving the hilarious and confessional voicemails and feels pulled to California to find the stranger he feels intimately close to.
Okay.
Well, it's like 3 log lines right there.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This is clearly a romantic comedy, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I mean, it sounds like it won't because of the death at the beginning, but it sounds a little bit like there's going to be some laughs in here.
Well, that's how they get the heart in there. They're like, oh, the death. Ooh. And he's going to say something cold, and that's going to ruin things a little bit.
Right.
And
yeah.
So
I am surprised this was written by a woman, because it's kind of stalkery. Like, the guy is definitely, like, being kind of creepy, and you would think that would be with the way a guy would write it. Like, oh, and then I follow her, and then she falls in love with me. That doesn't seem like the type of thing a woman would write.
There's a population in the woman community that they love this shit.
The woman community.
Yeah. It's like AJ Styles, the gay community.
So this is one of those fantasy things. But if it happened in real life, people would go, yeah, you know what? That seemed like a good idea. But now that he actually came from New York to California because of some voicemails that really weren't for him, now I'm scared.
Yeah, it's that fine line between romantic and creepy as fuck, which works in fiction Not in real life, but yeah. So good for them. I hope this movie makes a little money. It's not really offensive in any way. God
Yeah,
bless
I
them.
got Sony money behind it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be great. Till Death by Jessica Knoll. A lot of ladies so far. What's going on, man? Swept up in the excitement of her wedding day, Dr. Julie Wheeler is oblivious to the killer on her guest list who is methodically stalking her nearest and dearest until it's too late.
See, now you have the opposite side of the stalking.
Oh, man.
The first lady likes stalking. This lady doesn't like stalking.
And this is once again for that certain population of the women community, uh, specifically those who've been married and had a wedding, because I'm sure it's very stressful, and we all know women freak out about weddings, supposedly. It's just a fucking cliche. So now you got this movie where, she's worrying about the flowers and this and that, and meanwhile, some people are getting whacked. And I'm like, all right, we got a little movie here, and it's it's minimal locations. So that shit was who made it? Amazon, you
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yep,
So
this will be. That's fine.
they got
This-
the fucking hotel and a funeral home, and they're like, that's it. Those are our locations.
Yeah. Well, it might be worth a watch when you're on Amazon Prime looking for something, trying to navigate your way through that shit show of a interface there. I don't know if you watch Amazon Prime Video ever.
I
But-
use it. I don't know. I use Roku, and the
Okay.
interface is probably slightly different. But yeah, it's not. I mean, they're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
kind of the same. They're like, here's a list of box art. Here's another list of box
And-
art.
The Amazon one, the problem with that is they mix in the ones you still have to pay for, and so you'll be like, oh, I want to watch that movie, and you'll click it, and then it'll be like, hey, this is $4 to watch. It's like, nope. So I don't like that.
One thing I might do is check out the 2018 blacklist and just do a Control F Amazon, because that shit from last year's already
Yeah.
on Amazon.
Or even Netflix if there's any. I don't know if there were
Yeah.
any, but
This is Going to Hurt by Cameron Faye.
ooh, that could be a male or a female right there.
I'm gonna keep the streak going. That's a chick. An absent
Yeah.
mother. An absent mother attempts to reconnect with her daughter. This is definitely a lady.
Yeah, it is.
By relaying to her how she helped her own parent through battles with cancer and addiction. So we got a nice little drama. It doesn't say it was based on a book, but it definitely has those vibes to it. So there we go, a nice little heartfelt drama.
Pretty funny title for This Is Going to Hurt.
Yeah, so it's like, you have experience with cancer. Am I gonna be all right? This is going to hurt. Oh, shit! That's not what I wanted to hear. Next up is T, the letter T, by Eric Gross. First dude. The true story of how Lawrence Tured, I almost said Lawrence Taylor, Lawrence Tured, a poor kid in Chicago with 12 brothers and sisters, fought and charmed his way into becoming the single-lettered icon of saintly compassion and macho energy. What the fuck is this?
It's about Mr. T.
I was just gonna say this. There's something that I'm not seeing, and that's what it was. This is about
Yeah.
Mr. T. It's about
Yeah.
T.
They
All
yeah,
right. I didn't know he was from Chicago.
Yeah, and so here's two things. First of all, I feel like it's about time for a Mr. T, like a movie about Mr. T. I think we haven't had one of those as far as I know.
What? Yeah.
Right?
No.
And also look at the name of the first agent. His last name is Boxerbaum, which
Mhm.
is a pretty great agent name when you're doing a movie about Mr. T. Because he's got the fighting,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that might be interesting.
Lionsgate. So nice little medium budget
Yeah.
little movie.
Yeah. Who
That-
plays Mr. T?
Terry Crews. No, I hope they're grabbing them.
I meant like young Mr. T, but I
Terry
think
Crews.
Terry Crews. Well, yeah, they could do that Irishman magic to make him look young.
That's the only reason I haven't seen that movie. And because I don't have 6 hours.
Yeah, yeah. Watch it like I did. Watch it like a miniseries. Just every 45 minutes, stop, and then come back the next day, and it's great.
Stop. Because I hear like they do a good job, like, oh, he looks young, but he walks like an old man still, because he's an old man under that. So
Yeah.
it's like that I can't fuck with. Let's move on. JD's got to leave soon because his phone's dead. Doesn't charge anymore.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Apple.
That's a problem.
Mine just is like almost always plugged in.
Can I just say real quick, when it's on the charger,
getting
it doesn't lose any juice, but it won't actually
Gain?
get any. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it needs
very weird.
gains. Needs those mad gains.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out later.
Stampede by Santenish Myers. A young slave girl named Lena has telekinetic powers she cannot yet control on a plantation in the 1800s. So that's fun. Here's here's a genre mashup that we don't see too often. It's the period piece and a little sci-fi fantasy.
Sci-fi or like a supernatural
Yeah.
type of.
I
I like when you mix kind of horror and western. Throw some, Dusk Till Dawn
Sci-fi and
when
western too, like aliens and
Yeah.
cowboys always kind of gets me going.
Yeah, so obviously this isn't really Old West, it's plantation, but it's that time period. I kind of like it. I kind of like the idea. I hope they make this one.
I hope so. There's not a lot of who's producing it sort of thing, so that's not a great sign, but maybe it's just a bit down the road here. Holy shit. What's the name of that wrestler in NXT? Grimy Grimes.
Yeah, Cameron Grimes.
He's in this Puppet Master movie,
Really?
The Littlest Reich. It's got like I don't know, Hitler's in it or something, Nazis. But this guy's watching wrestling on the TV, and I was like, this greasy-haired fuck looks familiar. And then he did the standing stomp thing, and I was like, oh, it's that guy.
Huh.
So moving on, 90 minutes, folks. He's got 90 minutes. The Showrunner by Cosmo Carlson. The Unbelievable True Story. Oh, fuck. Here we go. So, yeah, I don't know if we'll keep tabs on the true story shit, but we'll make mental notes, I'm sure. But this true story, it's of the creation of the world's first, longest running, and most notorious reality show, Cops. Based on how Cops got made and what it says about America by Tim Stello. So, a little book adaptation about the show Cops.
Yeah, so it's a true story that's an adaptation. There's a lot of not original stuff going on here.
And it's about the showrunner because it's called the showrunner.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that fight, maybe behind the scenes, maybe they're in danger because they're out there while cops are doing cop shit. Like that is dangerous.
I would watch.
Whatever.
I would watch like a short. I would watch like a Netflix documentary on this. I'm not going to the theater to watch this.
Right. Nomads by Esteban Orozco. A reverse Searchers. Have you seen Searchers?
I haven't, and that's a horrible log line to reference another movie, right? That seems like a bad idea.
I never know who does this. I don't know if it's the writer stuff, if somebody else. It's like, I'll write your log line poorly.
I mean, I feel like there obviously are some movies you can get away. You can like, oh, it's kind of like Star Wars, but don't do that because you're not making Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I feel like most people have not seen Searchers.
That's something you say for this synopsis, or it's some part of the communication. Like, here's the log line, here's the synopsis. So it's like a reverse Searchers with
Right.
social morals about whatever the fuck. Reverse Searchers from the perspective of natives going east into the unknown, the metropolis, the belly of the fucking beast, late 1800s, New York City. So the natives are coming to town. That could be fun.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It depends on the tone.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is this like Crocodile Dundee? And they're like, what the fuck's all this shit?
Right.
Because that could
I
be
don't
fun.
know how I feel about that one.
No Good Deed by Christina Pammies. A woman with a troubled past invites her teen niece to live with her in the family's farmhouse. But the two become tormented by a creature that can take away their pain for a price.
There's some
Alright.
mystery in there. So how do you feel
Little horror
about
story.
how they don't really tell you a lot? Like that's more of a teaser than anything.
I like it. It's
Yeah.
it's enough to get you in. It should be enough to get you in.
Yeah, I'm intrigued, but I also kind of want to know more.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. Once they hit you with that for a price, it's like, well, okay, well now they're bartering with the creature. There's
Yeah.
dialogue. What the fuck's going
And
on?
what kind of pain? Like, is this like, is one of them sick? Is it like, oh, I'll cure your cancer for your soul?
It's
Or
going to hurt. This is going to hurt.
see, that's what that this movie should be called. That.
And then that other one should be called No Good Deed.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you're
So we
feeling sorry
switch the
for
titles.
yourself. You're like, I'm
Yeah.
doing all these good things. I end up getting cancer. That's not fair. No good deed, I guess.
Right.
All right. So maybe they just fucked up the titles. Next one. I'm gonna try to blast through these low level ones. No offense, guys. I don't like the title. The Mother by Michael Notarilli. Because we just had a movie called
Is
Mother.
that his name? Not a really.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
The incredible true story of Frederica Mandabellum, who was the country's first female.
That is not the name.
Oh, Mandelbaum,
Mandelbaum. Oh, okay, go on.
who was the country's first female mob boss. During the Gilded Age, Marm opened a school for criminals and built her empire by treating her gang as family, eventually partnering with George Leslie to pull off what is still to date, adjusting for inflation, the largest bank heist in American history. Gotta adjust for inflation, JD. It's important. I don't give a
Alright.
fuck about this. That could be good. I'll wait for the trailer, I guess.
Yeah, if they make it. Doesn't look like
And
that's happening
this
yet.
this is the hard part where it's like, oh man, I have this great script. It's such a good story, but it's really hard to sell the premise and log. Like once you get in, like you'll be amazed. But boy, getting you on that first 10 pages.
I think this one though, it's got bank robbery. It's a mob thing, and it's a woman head of the family. I feel like that's something people would want to make and watch.
Yep, it'll do well on its merits. Meet Cute by Chris Powers and Dan Powers.
God, I hate that phrase.
Are they married? Are they brothers? I'm very curious about these Powerses. Meet Cute, the hottest dating app on the market, brings couples together by giving them their rom-com moment. When the app's biggest skeptic, Haley, matches with one of its developers, Russ, their instant connection starts to change her mind. We're gonna just gonna go to the next one.
Yeah.
Girlfriend on Mars. That's what I'm talking about, Caitlin Fontana. Caitlin came to fucking play today. Amber and Kevin, weed dealer burnouts, committed to going nowhere together, have been dating for 12 years. When Amber enters a reality show that will take the winner to Mars with no chance of return, Kevin has to face what it really means when the ones we love leave us and leave the planet. Based on the story by Deborah Willis. Okay,
Wow.
that's some weird shit.
That first sentence makes me go, I don't think I'm gonna like these two characters. We're committed to going nowhere together. That doesn't. I don't know. I don't care about these people.
I
Like,
mean,
I
we could have
immediately-
done without it. Like we could have started when Amber enters a reality show that will take her. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, maybe say they've been dating for 12 years, so you know that these
yeah,
two are really
friends of
connected.
12 years, a couple of 12, whatever the fuck their relationship is, which we don't know. We've got a lot of other information, but we don't know
Yeah.
actually know their relationship. But Caitlin, you nailed the title, which well, I guess Deborah Willis nailed the title because it's her
Yeah.
fucking story.
Right.
Can you tell me how? By Gregory Bonsignore. God, I love these fucking names this year.
Yeah. That one I think you probably maybe you embellished a little, but that one
Yeah.
I think you got.
I went crazy with the Gregory.
Yeah.
Alarmed by the disproportionate dropout rates amongst children of the working class. Oof, I'm having fun already.
Yeah.
A young female TV producer finds a way to teach them their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. With the help of genius puppeteer Jim Henson
Oh,
and a
plot
diverse
twist, okay.
team, yeah, here's the actual story, and a diverse team of dedicated researchers and educators, they brought us the groundbreaking show, fucking Sesame Street.
Yeah,
So this
I
is
didn't
a
think-
Sesame Street origin story. Okay.
Yeah. Except they're making it about some woman who isn't Jim Henson.
Yeah. Well,
Sesame Street and Jim Henson, and they're really famous and they've done all this? Well, let me tell you about someone who wasn't Jim Henson.
unsung
And didn't create all those.
heroes.
Yeah, I get
You
it. It's just
know,
funny because I feel like you want to lead with the Jim Henson and Sesame Street part. Because
it's not a bad. It's not a bad idea.
that's what people know and care
The
about.
story of Jim Henson and putting the team and the woman behind it all that he
See,
couldn't have done it
yes.
without.
What I would do is Jim Henson and an unknown female TV producer team up to create this show. Not okay. I'm interested though. That could be good.
It's such a weird detail. Like she's alarmed by the dropout rates and shit. It's like we can find it out in the movie.
Right.
Like
right.
that's such a
Yeah, I
a
think
thick piece of business to have in your log line.
and,
But hey,
and the topic sells itself. You
Oh,
say,
yeah.
"Hey, we're going to do a thing on Jim Henson and Sesame Street." Everyone goes, "Yeah, I kind of want to know how that came about."
can you tell me how?
Yeah.
Blue Slide Park by Kyle Anderson and Michael Vlamis. After his first album topped the Billboard charts, life was never the same for Malcolm McCormick, aka Mac Miller. JD, do you know who Mac Miller is?
I do, kind of.
I am.
Dead, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Dead.
Recent artist, rap, hip hop, something.
Yeah,
Dead.
I actually know a different Mac Miller. So every time I see that name, I don't think of the dead person.
Is it like an
Someone I know.
athlete or something?
Yeah, it's one of my former players.
But yeah, he was supposedly pretty good. He was on the rise. Then I don't know, drugs or something. They love their pills and shit. These fucking idiots. And depression and stuff. Which of course. But yeah, the pills, idiots. This is his story of music, love, success, family, and addiction. He loved those sweet pills, like runts, just nom, 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 nom. Based on the forthcoming manuscript. Untitled Mac Miller biography written by Paul Cantor for Abrams Press. So they are fast tracking this. The guy died a couple years ago at this point. Honestly, the time for this is probably come and gone. Because that's
You
just
think?
that's just how we are. Like we
Yeah,
like who's the, oh yeah, I remember Mac Miller.
I need to know exactly how famous the guy was to know how long people will care about it.
And like he got an extended little 15 minutes, post death because he was dating Ariana Grande,
Oh, that's right.
and people were giving her shit like you're the reason he died. He was depressed.
Oh man,
He was depressed
That's
because
horrible.
they broke up like not too long ago,
Oh,
and all
okay.
that kind of shit. And she was like, "Nah,
that's still brutal.
yeah,
though.
it is brutal." Atlanta on Fire by Adam Morrison, the NBA player.
Let's yeah, I was gonna make that joke too. On fire, one word.
I've also noticed it. Maybe it's a pun. That we'll
Okay.
find out here as I read the log line.
Yeah.
The true story of Leo Frank, a young Jewish businessman who, due to widespread anti-Semitism, and the KKK shit, was wrongfully accused, tried, and convicted of murdering a 13-year-old factory worker, Mary Fagan. So, true story shit here, obviously, if we're using these names, like it's important. And yeah, we're gonna get a nice little story about how shit was fucked up, and
Yeah,
Atlanta
and
was on fire.
I kind of like true stories when it's people. They're not real famous. I know there are probably some people who know this story very well.
In
But I
Atlanta,
don't.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't, and so I can watch it without thinking the whole time like, who are these actual people? You know what I mean? Like if you're watching a movie about someone really famous, at least I have a hard time sometimes getting into it as a movie because I feel like I'm watching a true story too much, and then I'm wondering, oh, is that really true, or did they make that part up? When I don't know any of the people or the story at all, I can just watch it as a movie, and then later look it up.
Well, I'm just glad Adam had something to do when he was
Yeah.
riding the bench.
Yeah.
Assisted Living by Kay Oyegan.
I was wondering how you were going to go with that one.
A thief finds sanctuary in a retirement home after going on the run.
Comedy, right? Because of the title.
It's got to be. See, and this is why they have 4-sentence log lines, because they're like, ah, shit, we got to give them a little bit more. I think this is a fine little log line. Yeah, it's definitely a comedy.
Yeah. But
Assisted
I
living,
could see,
it's a funny
yeah,
title.
right. It
It,
has to.
yeah, retirement home. It's just, what are we gonna get? Are we just gonna get
Right.
makeup and I'm old, I'm hiding under the blanket, I'm just, oh, I shit my pants? Is that what we're gonna get for 90 minutes? Um,
Well, I was thinking.
a thief finds sanctuary, so she's on the run from the law, maybe the crime organization of some sort as well. We want the
Yeah.
jewels. Gotta get those jewels from her. Um,
Maybe the thief gets a job working at the retirement home.
you never know.
So they've got a that would, but I kind of like the idea of them pretending. Maybe it is an old thief. Maybe it's a thief did something, that one last job and robbed the wrong person, and now decides to check
Is
themselves into a home.
is this because this is Paramount? This is happening, and I'm wondering. There's something going on. Like, I think they either have it's built around the thief, or it's built around a number of old veteran actors who are going to choose some
Yes.
scenery and have some laughs in this retirement home, while this
So
thief
so
has to deal with these
yeah,
old fucking lunatics.
right. So it's like Wild Hogs, but even older.
Fuck. God damn it. Yes. I want
And
that.
what was that movie, like 10 years ago? This is them 10 years later, all all in the retirement home now.
Give me Tim Allen in there. Apex by Stephen Vitale. I nailed that because there's a Packers player with that last name.
There you go.
A mysterious loner. See, I changed my voice when I saw loner was in there. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, here we go. A
Uh-huh.
mysterious loner heads to Muscle Beach in 1985 to pursue a career as a competitive bodybuilder. Struggling to transform his physique, he unleashes a darker side of himself as he descends into madness.
And becomes the Ultimate Warrior.
What the
No,
fuck?
I'm just kidding. Doesn't that sound like that could be about the Ultimate Warrior, though?
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
But like a kayfabe movie about Ultimate Warrior becoming
Oh
this like
god.
super like with the gods or whatever he was talking about all the time.
Yeah,
I want that movie. I want to shoot Ultimate Warrior biopic.
yeah. I want those kayfabe movies. Give me a
Yeah.
kayfabe origin story. It's like, well, how did he get so jacked? Well, he was actually in Muscle Beach scene, and then he
Right.
got into some dark shit and
Yeah.
found these gods, and here we are. Now he's crazy, and he's got gods living in him.
It's like Big Trouble in Little China, but Ultimate Warrior and
Man.
on Muscle Beach.
Am I gonna watch this movie with that headcanon the entire time?
And it's really not that. Although, yeah, the actual movie is interesting because what is this darker side? And like, did he start killing people from roid rage or?
Yeah, see, that's good vagueness.
Yeah. God, I hope it's about the Ultimate Warrior. Though.
It is. It is. 1031.
All right, wait. We've moved up to 7 votes.
Oh yeah, all those scripts had 6 votes. Now we're gonna blast through the 7s here, and then after that, JD's gonna take a few here. 1031. So 10-31 by Peter Gamble and Ian Shore. A young woman takes her niece and nephew trick or treating and discovers a note inside a candy wrapper that says there's a killer loose on her block. Well, I'm gonna write that one down on my list.
Yep,
'Cause
that sounds like
that's
a Dale movie.
That's fucking. Is it adorable? Is it hardcore? Like you can go hard in the paint here. You can have a lighter Goosebumps tone where it's for
Right.
everyone.
Now,
But it's
the
10
financier is Orion. Does that give you, and the producer, does that give you any kind of clue?
It's gonna have people in it. It's
Okay,
not
but
gonna
no clue
it's,
on
to
kind
tone or anything. Nah,
Tone, yeah,
that can
okay.
go either way.
What do you think of the title? Just
It's
1031.
Halloween, 1031.
Well, I
Obviously,
got the title.
I'm
just
just
what do
helping you,
think?
stupid.
I understood the title. I want to know what you
JD,
think.
no, 10 is for October.
Oh, wait, is Halloween on the 31st date of October?
Yes, now you got it.
Ooh, okay.
That's another thing that tells me it might be light in tone
Okay.
because it's just saying it's Halloween. It doesn't look good. 10-31.
It looks. See, yeah, I don't know.
It's
how I
not
feel about
aesthetically
that.
pleasing. Maybe when you're saying it and you're like, we're filming this movie 10/31, we're going to drop Halloween. We're going to turn it on its fucking head. 10/31 coming soon. And then you see it on paper and you're like, ah, shit.
Yeah, I also feel like when you see those numbers, you don't immediately think Halloween if you don't know what it's about, right? Or maybe you do.
I was like, when I saw it, I thought, is that like a cop car? 10/31 calling
Yeah,
in.
right. Some kind of code. It looks like a code of some
Yes.
kind. Well, maybe that's what the note. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe the note is in a code or something like that, and they gotta decipher it. And
they can't double dip.
Numbers
And
involved.
they can't have a cop car that's 10/31 as well. That's too much
Cop
marzipan.
is the killer. The cop is the killer.
Oh my god.
Man, you're just writing these movies today.
I just wonder where they go with it. Okay, opening act, trick or treat, candy wrapper. Thank you. I'm gonna eat this. Hey, what's this on this wrapper? There's a killer loose on the block. Okay, I'm going
What
back.
are you telling me?
I'm going back to this house with the cops, I guess. Like, hey, what the
Right.
fuck's this all about? And that person's either murdered or like.
The
I'm just
address
wondering
on the
where it's
house is
going.
going to be 1031.
Oh,
Without the
here's the thing. Never mind. Because you eat your candy when you're all said and done, so like you don't know who gave you that Kit Kat.
Oh yeah.
So you
that's
can't
true.
track it back. All you know is there's a killer loose on the block.
Right.
1031. I see you. I'm coming for
Yeah.
you. The Repossession by Megan Amram.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, Amram. You don't see that
No,
often.
she's I don't know. I don't know if famous is the right word, but
I'm gonna have to Google.
she The Good Place. She's involved with that.
Oh, and I hear that's a very good show.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but
I
I'm
caught
familiar
the
with
first couple episodes. I was gonna give it a go. Didn't really stick with it, but I hear it's great. So she's the American writer, producer. Awesome. So yeah, a very talented writer. Awesome. 20 years after a failed exorcism. So we're still in that maybe comedy realm, supernatural comedy realm. 20 years after a failed exorcism, a meek young woman becomes unlikely friends with the foul-mouthed demon that possessed her as a child. There it is.
Now,
There's the comedy.
is this an adult comedy or
Yes.
more for younger audiences? 'Cause
It's
I
going to
can see it
have a
going both
lot of
ways.
innuendo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of jokes like, what is eating box? Why are they laughing at
Jokes
eating
about being
box?
when I was inside you and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. So this
Yeah.
is just probably a little bit more hardcore, maybe a wittier Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy how
Interesting.
shit boils down to that.
Yeah.
Where it's like
right.
this lady, just like wrote a fucking awesome 2020 version of Drop Dead Fred. Imaginary
Right.
friend, now we'll go with the demon. I can make my
Yeah.
Catholic jokes there. So many molestation opportunities.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and it'll be made. It's gonna be. She has connections. I'm sure there's a financer already.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
So
A24. That's they make pretty good movies.
okay.
Bad Robot's producing it. They're very good at giving people money. So this is awesome. Congrats to Megan. And a little horror comedy for Dale. I'm going to write that one down, actually. And you get to listen to it in real time. The Perdition in Liege by Henry Dunham. A prisoner of war in a Belgian POW camp undergoing abandonment, survives an execution firing squad by chance. Just by chance. Or was it by God? I don't know. We'll find out. But he escapes by hiding among the dead. That old chestnut.
Yeah.
After removing his fallen compatriots' dog tags to get home and give their families solace,
Okay, that's way more than I need.
he
in
attempts the 50-mile journey south toward the Allied stronghold through the deadly war-torn landscape, and before a hell-bent SS officer on his tail catches up to him.
this. I don't need that much information.
Man,
That whole part about the dog tags, not important for this. It might be important in the movie.
let's see how
But-
Dale would shorten this. So
I would take out that whole
Middle.
after removing just that whole middle part.
yep, the middle. A POW survives the execution, and especially by like, what is this by chance business?
And what does undergoing abandonment mean? You're
they're maybe the Allies are coming to town, so like we
Oh,
gotta move. What do we do with all these prisoners? Well, we're gonna just shoot them and
we'll
move on.
come back and get him. Well, I'm thinking maybe it's the soldiers on his side can't save him. They have to go. Maybe they'll be like, "Oh, we'll come back for you later when all the other guys are gone." So he's all by himself.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much
Maybe.
time on this one.
No, no, we can move on.
The Man in the Woods by Darren Grodsky, Danny Jacobs. After moving to Maine and befriending an enigmatic hermit, 12-year-old Henrietta Thorne begins to wonder if he holds the key to solving a mystery that
Wait, what?
has eluded our planet for more than a decade.
I got thrown off by calling Henrietta he.
Where's
That
that?
just threw me off. No, you didn't. No,
Oh.
you read it as it's written. I'm wondering if there's a typo in the copy, or if Henrietta is now a
No,
boy's name.
the he refers to the hermit.
Oh, see, that's a poorly written sentence.
It's not the best.
I mean, okay, but you can read it the way I was
Sure.
hearing that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That now I gotta read this again because I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay, so the hermit has the key to the mystery.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too hard to judge anything about that.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
too many wild cards. First Ascent by Colin Bannon. 2 years after a free solo accident nearly kills Hillary Hall, she enlists the help of her old climbing partners to document her comeback. The first ascent of 4,000-foot rock wall in rural China. During the climb, Hillary struggles with her inner demons and supernatural forces as it slowly becomes clear that this mountain does not want to be conquered. Well, that
I was
sounded
not
like a true,
expecting
yeah,
that.
that sounded like a true story sort of
I
upbeat
googled the
thing.
name while you were reading, and I mean,
Nothing.
it came up, but I mean, there's people with that name, but not. This is obviously not
Oh,
the story in any way.
I hope she overcomes it.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, here we go.
Imagine that you have an accident. You're like, well, I'm gonna get back on the mountain, and you pick the haunted mountain. Whoops.
Oh, just call it Haunted Mountain.
Yeah.
Don't Go in the Water by
Oh,
Peter
that's really
Gaffney.
the title. Okay.
This is going to hurt. Don't go in the water.
Yeah.
A recovering alcoholic sets off for seclusion but gets more than he bargained for when he encounters a mysterious creature nearby. Eh.
I feel like we're getting a lot of. This is the theme this year. Like last year, I feel like it was all the based on a true story, historical movies. This year, there's a lot of Morgan you bargained for type of things where like you go somewhere and it's haunted.
Oh, there's a creature.
Yeah, just don't go in the water. Look, the title of the movie solves this guy's entire problem.
Just
Don't go in the water, because clearly that means it's a water monster or
Yeah,
ghost
I
or
wouldn't
something,
fuck
right?
with it. I wouldn't.
Don't go in the water. Movie over 3 minutes long.
All right, JD, take the next few for me.
All right, here we go. Doll Wars by Matt Ritter. Now I'll read it. When the upstart Bratz dolls challenged Barbie's antiquated gender norms and threatened their monopoly, Barbie struck back. Ooh, whoa, this got violent with a billion-dollar copyright lawsuit. In jeopardy of shutting down, Bratz turned to a small, scrappy, all-female law firm to take on Mattel in a historic David versus Goliath intellectual property battle that changed the toy industry and American popular culture forever. Did it? Did it though? Based on a true story.
I don't give
Wow.
a fuck.
No,
I don't
no, but
give a
they
fuck.
write. This is a very well written because they write it like there is some stuff going on.
Yeah,
and it's
ooh,
really,
it's so important.
yeah,
Ooh, scrappy, all-female law firm to
yeah.
take on the all-male team at Survivor Series.
All right, we've got our final 7 vote movie here, and it's financed by Netflix. So
And it's produced by Ryan Murphy, who I believe is the American Horror Story guy.
I feel like that name Ryan Murphy. Did he have controversy? I feel like he said or did something.
I
Maybe
think
not.
he, I think he's all right, but people,
Okay.
I think he's not gonna be all right. But right now he's okay.
Okay. So here we go. Betty Ford by Kaz Graham and Rebecca Pollock. Hey, that's offensive.
Oh man.
An intimate portrait of the sensational First Lady and ERA champion Betty Ford as she challenges, scandalizes, dances, and drinks her way through the White House to gain a higher popularity rating than any president in American history. Sorry, that threw me off because that implies she was a president. All while maintaining a 26 pill a day drug habit. That sentence says she was a president.
It doesn't, but
No,
it wants to.
It's kind of, right. I know what they're trying to say, but it threw me off. Okay,
I didn't
you're
know
interested in-
non-presidents had a popularity rating. Is like
that's
the-
why.
the thing.
I mean, I guess they do, like first lady or whatever. They do, but yeah.
I'm
Okay,
with
well,
you,
if you're
I'm with
interested
you.
in Betty Ford,
That actually
and-
sounds pretty cool, and it's such a fucking Netflix movie too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it depends who they get to play Betty for, but that's gonna be a fun. And I'm actually like that's gonna be. I'll watch it.
I have a quick question for you about Betty Ford clinics.
Well, fuck you.
Did she? Do you know? Did she clean herself up and start a clinic or did they just name a clinic after her because she was a total drug addict?
I don't know, but I hope.
Okay.
I hope it's she started it. Like,
Well,
hey,
right. But what I find so I assume
We all
she
have it.
cleaned herself up and then started doing a good thing, right? I love how this movie is not about that.
it'll
this
end.
movie's-
It'll end that way.
Sure, but this movie is all about her just being drunk all the time in the White House.
Yeah, pissing in
Alright.
plants.
Yeah. That's probably hard for a woman to do. I mean, it's not hard, but it's harder.
If it's a cactus.
All right. Okay, we're on the 8 votes here. The Swells by Rachel James. A young woman propelled by an unstoppable rage begins inviting her victims to a summer lake house as revenge for past wrongs. But when one of her guests has been wronged as well, she passes on the Swells, bringing its wrath to the streets of New York.
I don't know what the
Okay.
fuck that means.
I thought this was just an angry lady who was killing people she didn't like. It sounds like she, again, is possessed. A lot of possession. in
The
this shit.
swells are the swells
I think that's whatever.
the entity.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
boy.
so. And you
Alright.
can pass it on. By the way, this sounds like I thought this was going to be what the whole movie was, but it sounds like it's like the first 5 minutes only.
Yeah, because you
So
gotta
that's
get us
okay.
to New York. You know, you
Right.
gotta get us there. It's in the log line.
So it seems like they're telling you a lot, but probably not too much. All right. Next one, Super Dad by Sean Tidwell. A subversive superhero story about the world's only superhero living a bachelor lifestyle. Batman? Learning he has 2 very different teenage twins he never knew existed, and now has to figure out how to be a father.
A little comedy.
Yep.
You-
Hey,
you
Batman
cast-
would be what? One of the 3 most famous superheroes, right?
Yeah,
Known for living a bachelor lifestyle, right?
that's the guy.
Okay, well, Superdad's the only superhero living that lifestyle, apparently.
Well, shit. Yeah, it does say that the world's
Yeah,
only.
it's the world's
no. He's the world's only superhero.
Oh, okay.
These words are really tripping you up.
Well, because
See, I'm
these are
used.
not written very
I'm
well.
used to bad writing.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I have expectations of the writers here, or whoever wrote these. Okay. Sister by Asia Squire. That's a good name.
It is.
Following her mother's sudden passing, a queer black woman returns to her southern town to assist her estranged sister plan the funeral. Her trip takes a turn when sleep deprivation manifests visions of her deceased mother.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about the word queer. It's got
I
some bite.
think-
It has some bite to it that
Yeah.
I didn't expect. It jolted me when you said
There's
it.
a lot going on in that 2 sentences, and if you notice, I got tripped up on the words because I was trying to think about them while reading them. I'm like, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah. So another, I wouldn't say horror,
No.
but the mind's gonna be playing some tricks,
Yeah.
grief and all that. All right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more of a drama than anything scary. I don't think the visions are meant to be frightening. They're frightening for her probably, but not for the viewer.
I can't fucking believe the subject matter of the next one.
I just saw the title and I was like, wait, didn't we already? Didn't they talk about this in a previous? The Searchers by Macmillan Hedges. An inside look at the unique relationship between John Wayne and John Ford, oh boy, on the set of The Searchers. So,
Little
we have a
Brokeback
movie.
Mountain.
Well, not only that, but we've already had The Searchers being referenced earlier.
Yeah, reverse searchers before, actual searchers here.
I feel like in this movie, reverse searchers is going to be a position, I think.
Yeah, he's searching for something.
Yeah.
I can't.
Man, that's going to make... I hope this is made because that's going to make a lot of people angry, probably.
I mean, it's not gonna be.
They were banging, right? They were banging, right? That's what this movie's going to tell us.
I have no idea, but that's what I want it to be.
Because aren't there John Wayne rumors out there?
Didn't know that, but that's good. This is being produced by Twink Pictures. So
Wink.
I'm sorry.
Wink.
Oh,
Wink Pictures.
Okay.
You say unique relationship. I'm thinking they're going to be implying some stuff about them. The old cowboy, you got like the Rock Hudson thing. Just saying, there might be some scandals from this movie.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Next one, Resurrection by Andrew Siemens.
Say it. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Simmons.
Say it.
Simmons. Margaret is a single mother living in New York with her teenage daughter. When David, a mysterious older man from Margaret's past, begins appearing randomly in her environment, she becomes convinced that he intends to bring tremendous violence into their lives. So Margaret embarks on a vigilante mission to protect her daughter and to disembowel David. Holy shit.
Fuck. What the fuck is with these log lines?
Also, what? Like, okay.
I'm always looking for words I can cut. And in this case...
Environment?
Appearing randomly in her environment. It's like, no, we're good. He's appearing randomly. We're good.
Yeah. Or just he shows up. Wow. Tremendous. You don't need tremendous.
Yeah. That's
violence. Man, there's
insecure. That is an insecure log line. And I'm
also,
not interested in that.
It's not a vigilante mission if someone's just creeping you out a little bit. You're just outright murdering them. This guy didn't do anything.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
This movie should be called Margaret Murders David for no reason.
It's like Margaret sees a shadow.
Kills everybody.
Fucking dumb.
All right. I don't want to see that, but...
I will take over here because
All
I
right.
want to talk about My Boyfriend's Wedding by Carrie Solomon. After Georgia accidentally receives an out-of-the-blue invitation to her on-again, off-again boyfriend's wedding, she and her best friend Keely make the ill-informed decision to attend. Oh my God, she's going to her ex's wedding with Keely!
Yep.
That's
Keely's
what's
going to drink a
Oh,
lot.
man.
Keely's going to be drinking a lot.
Keely's supposed to be keeping Georgia in check. It's not going to be that way.
No, Keely's going to get involved. So, yeah, it's interesting. Getting invited to the wedding is an interesting move.
There's going to be a scene, I hope, where the bride is out on her bachelorette party with her girls, and they cross paths with Georgia and Keely. JD. Keely's gonna do something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Well,
And what do you think? If anyone doesn't want these people to get married, say something. That part. Do you? Keely is.
No, they're not going to say anything. There's going to be some kind of pratfall. Like they're going to trip and fall, and
I think that's when
it's going to be on Georgia at that moment, or something like that.
Yeah, Keely's gonna shoot the priest with like a BB gun. Like, I now pronounce you. Oh, God damn it!
A champagne cork is going to fly out and hit him in the eye.
Mm-hmm. I think you know how they release the doves and shit. They love doing that.
Right.
Like Keely's gonna. Ooh.
She's gonna.
JD Keely's my favorite character.
Yeah.
In all of fiction. I can't get over it. Okay. First Harvest by Kevin McMullen. George runs a struggling farm where he cares for his terminally ill wife, Alice. Everything changes when he decides to bring home an orphan baby he found out in the field like Superman. The child's presence begins to unearth buried secrets while engulfing the family in a series of supernatural events. Well, you found a
God,
mystery
it's
baby.
yeah, haunted farm baby.
Haunted baby.
Yeah, see, the thing is, if you find a farm baby, it might be Superman, or someone might have left it there for a very good reason.
Yeah, interesting enough presence. I'll definitely hope to check out the trailer because that'll be a better indication. It's called First Harvest. So
Can
pagan crops, sacrifice.
Right. Can you refresh my memory? If it has a producer, does that mean it's definitely being made, or they've just got someone who wants to make it?
It could go either way.
Okay, so it's not a sure thing, but it's obviously better than not having a producer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Financier, that's what you love.
And this does not have that, but it does have a couple producers on board. So that's good. We've got Child of the Corn. Harvest.
There we go. Before we get to Children of the Corn is the sequel.
Yeah.
We have to start with the child. It's the origin story.
Yeah.
The Diamond as Big as the Ritz by Cody Behan. When the underprivileged John Unger is invited to spend the summer at the mansion of his peculiar classmate, his thirst for grandeur leads him down a dangerous exploration of greed, morality, and the secret horrors of the ruling class, based on the F. Scott Fitzgerald short story.
Okay.
Interesting. So for those folks that love that stuff, it's coming to the big screen.
It's the F. Scott Fitzgerald story that's not Great Gatsby.
Yeah. It's the one
It sounds like the Great Gatsby, actually. Like, it sounds exactly like the Great Gatsby.
This was the other room.
Yeah.
The Cabin at the End of the World by Steve Desmond and Michael Sherman. A gay couple and their adopted daughter have their cabin invaded by 4 strangers who take the family captive and tell them that to prevent the upcoming apocalypse, one of them must be killed by the others. All right.
Well, kill the adopted daughter. Just get another one.
Yeah. Little home invasion, Sophie's Choice fucking thing here.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
With some crazy people. Okay.
And they're gay. Gotta make sure that's in there.
Yep.
Baron, A Tale of Love, Loss, and Legacy by Nicholas Curcio. Fearing the devastating impact that his father's presidency would have on his personal life, his country, and the world at large, 10-year-old Baron Trump sets out to sabotage his father's 2016 campaign. I'm sorry, is this a fucking comedy?
Spoiler, he failed.
Yeah, old Baron accidentally, he's like, oh no, I put out the grab him by the pussy tape and people liked it. Shoot.
Okay, that would be fun. Like, if that's what they were doing, like that type of stuff, like all the real stuff, but Baron, was
mastermind, yeah.
It'd be funny for about 5 minutes, and then I'd be like, yeah, but this is just real life, and
You're just making me sad.
Yeah.
Interesting take. Historical fiction, though, interesting.
Yeah.
No, we had
Whoa.
Did we not have one called
Yes.
Apex?
Yeah, that was the one about the Ultimate Warrior.
Yes. I thought it was just called Warrior, but it was Apex.
No.
All right, let's play 2. By Aja Gabel and M.J. Wesner. When old college friends on a trip to Mexico get trapped in an underwater cave system with a bull shark, old tensions and power struggles resurface as they fight to survive. We could have done. You see that comma? Let's just go ahead and put a period right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, clearly, what it's more important is that their own personal stuff is more important than the shark trying to eat them. And so hopefully they get eaten by the shark because they can't focus.
Yeah, and we're gonna have that. It's just like, well, you fucked my boyfriend, so I'm like, I don't care if it eats you.
Have you ever been in a real life situation, Dale, where it was like kind of a tense situation, and you and the people you were with focused on anything but the tense situation? Because I don't think that happens in real life, and it happens in movies all the time. Where, like, if you're in a situation, you are focused on, like, hey, we got to deal with this. No one's like, hey, remember 10 years ago when You didn't invite me to that one dinner.
No,
No one does that.
I've seen it. I've experienced
you?
it. Yeah, yeah, and not terribly long ago. Which is
And
like,
it
it's like
was, yeah,
it was
that's
awkward for everyone. It's just like,
yeah,
so tomato soup,
right.
man.
Yeah. It's like, can we fix this flat tire, please? And can you guys stop arguing?
So a little underwater. These are hot. These fucking isolated water
Yeah.
monster or shark. An Aftermath by Lauren Karis Cohan.
Is that the? That's not the actress Lauren Cohen, is it? Is that her name? Is that how her name is
You,
spelled?
you tell me.
No,
Af-
I think it's something different.
After a whirlwind lost distance. Does this mean long distance? I'm going to start again. After a whirlwind lost distance online romance, a once cynical writer inherits a remote start house from her newly deceased new husband and discovers he might not be entirely gone after all. That one hurt.
I think that should be long distance because unless lost, I think it. Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck is. Oh, okay. Remote smart house. I was like, you have one of those remote starts on your house? Like I
There's
have
a
on
lot.
my car?
We're talking about words. Newly deceased, new husband.
Yeah!
So,
3 words apart!
so
3
she
words
meet-
apart!
okay.
2 words apart.
So she meets a guy online, marries him. He immediately dies. She gets his house, but he's haunted the house.
I can't I'm moving on.
All right. Well,
An Aftermath. Affairs of State by Pat Kunani. A romantic comedy. There you. Just fucking tell me. Just
Yeah.
fucking let me know.
I like that.
A romantic. Hey, it's a romantic comedy about an outgoing president, an incoming prime minister, and their second shot at love. You on board or not? See ya.
Yeah, I love that because after the first 3 words, you know if it's something for people who might be interested in maybe making it. If they're like, "Hey, I'm not looking for a romantic comedy," they move on. If they are, they continue reading. All of them should do that.
And those
I like
were
that.
the scripts with 8 votes. Fucking Christ. This might be a 2-day affair, JD.
Yeah,
God
well,
damn
we
it.
will see.
Say something nice. I didn't see the last word. Say Something Nice by Aaron Rodman. After she catches her boyfriend cheating, Liv goes on a social media tirade that lands her in court for slander. Ooh, relevant topical shit.
Yeah.
And the judge forces her to make amends by composing one positive comment for every negative comment she posted, while under the supervision of a reclusive mediator also on the rebound from a failed relationship inspired by true events.
Wow, I was going
Wow.
to say that's a really, really stupid thing, and then it turned out to be true. Kind of. Inspired by true, who knows. But
That's so stupid. The
I
lab...
don't-
no.
yeah, no, we'll move on.
The Laborer by Jared Anderson. A pair of out-of-work immigrant brothers catch a break when they are hired as day laborers to work at a house in the Hollywood Hills until they witness something they wish they'd never seen.
Ooh.
Okay. Comedy could be...
Could be comedy, could be thriller, could be, like, murder thing, could be a horror.
Yeah, that could be fun. All right. High on Christmas. The Dale Zawada story. No. High on Christmas by Hannah Meskin and Drew Moreland. That's how I decided to say it.
So I think you might be right. I think that might be Drew. I was looking at that, and I think you nailed that one.
A stoner comedy.
Wait. You got to spell Drew for everyone because they're not looking at
Yeah,
the list.
it's Dreux.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Drew. It's a stoner comedy about one family trying to save Christmas from itself after Santa eats the wrong batch of cookies. Now, Santa's going to be played by Uncle Larry, and he's going to be like, "Ooh, cookies!" He's like the Homer.
Yeah.
I guess.
So it's not real Santa Claus.
Jesus Christ. Well, now I want that.
I think it's real Santa Claus.
You think it's real Santa?
Yeah, I think Santa
They
comes
booked him?
to the house. Santa comes to the house delivering the presents, and he thinks the cookies are for him, but they're not. They're mom and dad's special cookies, And now Santa just got too stoned to deliver presents, so the family has to help him save Christmas.
I learned that you can't have an entire movie with of the marijuana premise.
Well,
you can't you shouldn't
well,
I should
Dale,
say.
and the whole
I didn't
movie is
want
gonna be
to. I
Santa.
didn't do that, but I saw that you can't do it.
Right, Santa. The whole movie is going to be gags of Santa doing stoner things,
Every
and the kids are going to have to be like, "No, Santa, come here!" As he's mesmerized by whatever, and yeah, that's
it's
going to be the movie.
it's going to be 98 minutes of Christmas weed puns.
Yes, and also if it goes beyond 90 minutes, somebody should be fired because this is an 85-minute Netflix type of movie, in my opinion, and it might end up being that.
This should be just like a college humor. I'm curious to see the skeleton of
Yeah.
it, and I'm curious to see the meat on those bones because you're gonna need that apex ultimate warrior body to pull this one
Yeah.
off, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck though. Helldiver by Ben Imperato. After finding themselves stranded on the wreckage of a Helldiver bomber in the middle of the ocean, an American aviator and a Japanese kamikaze pilot must work together to survive their greatest threat yet, a 22-foot great white shark. Like I said, these are so fucking hot right now.
Apparently.
Dollhouse by Michael Paisley. When a struggling fashion model in New York City gets chosen by a mysterious Parisian designer to be the face of his first campaign since his disappearance 5 years ago, she begins to realize she was actually chosen for a reason and must decide how much she's willing to sacrifice for beauty and recognition. That's terrible.
Yeah.
And these are like this is like the middle of the pack voting
Yep.
ones.
Yeah, these are 9 votes right
Oh, Breathe by Doug Simon. Doug, get us out of this hole. In the near future, when air supply is scarce, a mother and daughter fight for survival when two strangers arrive desperate for an oxygenized safe haven. But oh, we only got so much. What are we gonna fucking do? That could be fun.
there. Yeah.
All right. They cloned Tyrone.
All right. Now we're up to 10, I assume. 10 votes
I
here.
believe
Yeah.
so. But I just love that title. They cloned Tyrone. It rhymes and everything. By Tony Rettenmeyer and Jewel Taylor. An unlikely group is thrown together by mysterious events that leads them to uncover a government conspiracy. That is as vague
Yep.
can get. It's a Netflix movie next year.
Yeah.
So we'll see it then. Ripple by Ezra Hers. After strange deaths and suicides skyrocket in a dying Appalachian coal town, Maggie, a first responder, wages a personal war against the local coal mine, unearthing a disturbing past that the company has kept secret within the waters of the local lake. What's rippling down there? Something alive, perhaps?
Yeah. I assume it's just like they're poisoning the lake and people are getting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a good drama.
Or maybe it's a coal monster. Bah. Man, I need one of these movies to pop here.
Yeah.
Refuge by Deborah Moore Munoz. A brother and sister navigate the perils of both man and nature through Central America in their quest to find safety in the United States. So, all right, little immigrant tale here,
Yeah.
looking for better life on the other side, but they got to go through hell first.
But it's a journey. See, this is a journey more than anything. I like those. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. That could be good.
Then they
I'll
get-
forget about it, but it could be
Yeah,
good.
no one's gonna watch it. And then they get here and they're like, "Oh shit, let's go
right.
back."
Yeah.
The Process by Levin Menexi. Trapped at a 3-day personal development retreat, a woman fights to save her husband and herself from being brainwashed by a charismatic self-help guru.
So this is I accidentally joined a cult, basically.
Yeah, that could be fun. That could
Now,
be
is
serious.
this-
That's hard.
Is this? I was gonna say, is this a comedy? Is it? It's not written like it's a comedy.
I hope it's not.
I think fights to save her husband and herself to be not a comedy. I think you
Yeah.
would write that differently if it was lighthearted.
Yeah, the language.
But I could also see how this could be a comedy, like a Sacha Baron Cohen thing, and he's the cult guy.
I don't think it has enough legs as a comedy, but I think as a
Neither
horror,
does Stoner Santa, but they're doing it.
can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
You know what? That just made the list. Just because you're curious.
The thing about it is you don't even have to write that down, because if it gets made and it comes out, you're going to remember.
Yeah, like why does that sound? Oh my god.
Right.
The Menu by Seth Rice and Will Tracy. A young couple visits an exclusive destination restaurant on a remote island where the acclaimed chef has prepared a lavish tasting menu, along with some shocking surprises.
Oh, they're eating people.
Eating people.
Where'd all the other guests go?
Oh man. No one will ever see this one coming. Klein by Derek Elliott. Life as a single dad hasn't been a challenge for Las Vegas blackjack dealer Mike Klein until his ex resurfaces. Space.
Yeah,
After walking out on the family 6 years ago.
I'd like to think there are like 3 more lines that you didn't need, and they just cut them out but forgot to remove the spaces. All right. Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever.
The house is not for sale,
Okay, well then let's move on.
says Roy Parker. With one last chance at a promotion, a down on her luck real estate. Fucking doubled down. You know, we're at the last chance and down
Yeah.
on the luck, and I need to make the big deal or I'm going to lose my real estate agent returns to her rural hometown to sell the impossible, a haunted house where countless couples have been murdered. As the bodies of new residents continue to pile up, our real estate agent will stop at nothing to rid the house
Get
of
a
evil,
different job.
no matter what the cost. I'm back in. The logline kind of sucks, but I
No,
love
no.
this.
The premise is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
Like
It's
what
great.
what kind of asshole boss is like, look, Sally, you haven't sold a house in a year. You get one more chance. Go sell the haunted house.
I
or
think
you're
she wants
fired.
it.
Like,
I think
her
she
boss
wants
is
to do
Vince
it.
Her boss is Vince McMahon. Sell this house or you're fired.
You're fired. No, I think this is a self-made move. She's like, I need this, and she's flipping through the magazine feed. Like, what do we got? What's the most expensive property we got? Oh, the old Jenkins place. We'll never sell that. We haven't sold that. It's just sitting
No,
there.
they have sold it. They've sold
that's
it a
right.
bunch,
Yeah.
and everybody dies. And here's the thing. Clearly, it's not hard to sell the house. But it's hard to keep people from dying. But if you're the real estate agent,
You think
don't
they'd love
care
it.
if they die.
You think they'd love
Right,
this house? It makes so much
Yeah.
money.
Oh, this is so dumb. It might be entertaining, but I just can't get. And also the title, "The House is Not for Sale." Well, then what are you trying for?
The house is for sale, Roy.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's clearly for sale. The whole movie is about how it's for sale.
Thank God. Needed that
Yeah.
little jolt of energy.
I know.
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Roy.
Black Mitzvah by Lauren Tyler. After embarrassing herself at the most popular girls' party, a black and Jewish middle school misfit embarks on a journey to glow up and throw the best bat mitzvah of all time.
Okay.
Could be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not for
Probably
me or my age group. 11 vote people. Who gets 11 votes? Just Kevin Jakubowski for his script. Thank you, because that was hard. His script, 8-Bit Christmas. 10-year-old Jake Doyles goes on a Herculean quest to get the Christmas gift of his generation, a Nintendo Entertainment System in suburban Chicago in the late 1980s. So you got your nostalgia. It's clearly a family little comedy, holidays, snow. That'll be fun.
So this is kind of like Jingle All the Way without.
Yeah. Well, which is hilarious because Jingle All the Way is for kids,
Right.
but it's starring these two old men.
Also, what kind of 10-year-old has to go buy his own Nintendo for Christmas.
Yeah, this movie is going to explore a lot of dark areas. Is he going to find out? Is Jake Doyle's going to find out that there might not be a Santa Claus and that he's not, and his parents can't afford the NES? So he's like, "Well, I'm going rogue. Like I'm doing it. I'm doing it myself."
Or his parents deadbeats, and they're like, "Here's $200. Go get your own
What if
damn
it's
game."
what if it's all on Christmas Eve? I love these episodes. What if it's Christmas Eve and Jake Doyle's sneaks downstairs and he's gonna open the present. He's got a little X-Acto knife and and he just wants to peek. He just wants to peek. It's the perfect shape, but he just wants to make sure. And he slices the wrapping paper and he opens it up just a little bit and he sees it is not an NES at all.
I was going a different way. I was going, he opens it, drops it, breaks it. So now he's got to go find one to replace it so his parents don't know he was doing something he
It
wasn't
depends
supposed to.
how depressing you want the movie to be. Where it's like, oh, his
Yeah.
parents clearly didn't love him or listen. He's doing it
Right.
on his own. It's dangerous out there. But yeah, either one kind of works. That's
Yeah.
what I'm curious to see how they handle the why he need to do that.
Right.
Why he need to do that, and they'll explain it, and that has my curiosity.
I'm sorry, I just saw the next couple titles, and I think it's picking up. I think business about to pick up here.
Good. Let's finish strong here. I Heart Murder by Tom O'Donnell. A true crime podcaster tries to solve a gruesome cold case, putting her in the killer's crosshairs.
All right.
I can
That
fuck
could
with
be
that.
good. Yeah, and that kind of mixes a few. And by the way,
I can fuck
this
with that.
premise, I know exactly how this premise came up because every time I listen to one of these podcasts, I go, hey, this person's getting really involved and they might be solving the crime. I hope they don't get murdered. And so that's definitely what Tom O'Donnell here was also thinking. Like, this podcaster's a meddling individual.
Well, I like a true crime podcast. We all do. That's a popular thing. And every now and then, some of these folks will like give you some behind the scenes. They're like, yeah, we'll get emails about how this person was killed by Dahmer, and this is like the niece and wanted information, and like other people where it's just like, actually, that's not the thought you have before you kill someone. What actually goes through your mind is it's just like, oh god. So they got to deal with a lot of fucking weirdos,
Yeah.
and are some of those weirdos the killer that now has them in their crosshairs? So
Yeah.
I think that I can fuck with this. It is Sony, so curb your expectations. And I'll be honest though, whenever I see podcaster in a log line, I fucking roll my eyes. I don't like
Yeah.
seeing it in media. I was very nervous with Halloween 2018 when I heard like, yeah, it's like these podcasters are kind of doing some stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
podcasters, and which of course is hilarious since we're doing a podcast right now.
Right.
But I don't know, for some reason I like it not in my movies, but in Halloween 2018 it's fine, and in I Heart Murder I think it'll be fine.
I think because here it's vital to the story you're telling.
That's
The
probably
fact that the
that's
person
probably-
is a podcaster making this case public, probably getting too close, that it wouldn't make any sense if it's just like a person who likes to read about crime. Like, it has to be the podcaster because that's how true crime stories are kind of told nowadays.
Mhm.
So I like it. I like the idea.
If
I
they're
hope it's good.
smart, they will do a tie-in podcast leading up to the release of the movie.
Yes, do an actual podcast.
If they're fucking
I-
smart.
I love that. And Dale, I'm mad at you. Okay, so you probably remember years and years ago, you and Jim did the Ghostbusters. You basically wrote a Ghostbusters right when the all-female Ghostbusters was coming out. You did almost an entire episode basically writing a Ghostbusters movie,
Yeah, we'll do that.
and it was amazing. And I'm so mad at you guys because that's not a real thing. And I'm mad now because
I
this
did
is
it
not
again.
really going to be a yeah, you did it again. Because that is great and I want it to be, and they're not going to do that.
The thing is, like, it's such like this is one of those subgenres that will probably have a handful of movies like this. Somebody will do it eventually down the road. But yeah, that could be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Grandma Wants to Die
I love.
by Patrick Cadigan. When Ben is left footing the bill for his own wedding just weeks before the big day, he's forced to make a deal with his estranged grandmother, Minnie. She'll give him the money if he signs the papers for her assisted suicide. Ben, see, and just leave it there. There's like two more sentences. There's more.
No. Read the last
Okay.
couple sentences.
Ben gladly agrees, only to unearth Minnie's final agenda before she departs: destroy the wedding from the inside and seemingly ruin Ben's life.
Grandma's a bitch, and I love it.
Damn,
Oh my god,
Grandma.
I want to see this movie. I want to see angry old dying grandma going, "I don't like your hussy of a girlfriend."
It's all about casting Minnie.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be good.
all
Who
about
should be?
casting.
Who should it be?
I don't know. I don't know who's of the age. But you want somebody sweet, because I think that's what's going to sell it. You don't want
really?
bitch face.
So you don't
want
think like
sweet
Kathy
face.
Bates would be a good?
I mean,
Because
she
she
would,
can play
'cause
the
she's
mean
great.
part of.
Yeah.
Right, well, yeah. Like she would play the.
And she,
She would do
she's
the
not
heel
bad.
turn.
Yeah, because she can do the sweet good enough.
Yeah.
And then
she
that
can.
heel turn will be great, and then heel
Yeah.
throughout the second half will also be great.
Right.
Because, she'll break your fucking legs.
You know who else? You know who else? I think she's probably not old enough for it, but you could make her up. I think Catherine O'Hara would be really good at it. Too.
Oh, I think she. Not that saying she's old looking, but
No.
I think.
I mean, you can make her up. You can make her look 10 years older.
Yeah,
But she would kill it too. I think.
and she has that gentle, and
Yeah.
and she can. That's such a good one.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully.
this
I
is
hope-
that area when, and I'm seeing it with some actresses and actors now. Like I just saw a picture of, I forgot who the hell it was, but she was always like, oh, that's that pretty young actress. So it's like, well, guess what?
Mhm.
Now she's like middle aged and probably going to be old soon, because that's what happens. And it's
Right.
like shit. And my first thought wasn't like, ugh, I need the sweet teen poo. And I was just like, what roles can she do? She can do mom. She can do the
Yeah.
boss roles. Like
Right,
I was
right.
like, that'll be fun to see.
Yeah.
Man. And yeah, so hopefully we can get, because we get a lot of the same, like, oh, we need old crotchety bitch, get this lady or get this guy.
Right.
It's like,
so now you
nah.
get a new generation that can start moving into those roles.
Yeah. So yeah, weird aside.
Man. And that, by the way, that has producers and nothing else.
I noticed.
unfortunately.
I noticed that.
And I think that's my favorite one so far.
Wayward by Andrew Zilch.
Oh, that's not a great
What
last
if-
name.
What would they pay you on that script? Zilch. The wife of a megachurch pastor seeks atonement after she and her lover kill an attacker in self-defense, but don't report it out of fear of exposing their affair.
Okay, you know what would make this movie more interesting? If it wasn't self-defense. If she and the lover did a straight up, maybe it could be like an accidental killing, not like a straight up murder, but the self-defense thing makes me go, oh, okay, you're just don't want to expose an affair, whatever. You don't need atonement if you kill someone in self-defense. So that part I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, it's more interesting. There's more drama there if she, if they either killed someone on purpose or they did it out of, negligence or something. Maybe they ran over a child or something. I don't know, something. But just like, oh, you killed the bad guy? Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah. Definitely need to see the trailer.
Yeah.
For that one.
Yeah.
Next one is Pod by Nabil Chowdhury. That's how I chose to go with it. But I noticed right away, Agent David Boxerbaum is back.
Yeah. Oh, he's been in a few.
Mr.
Quite a
T,
few.
Mr. T's
And by the
guy.
way, that's definitely Chowdhury. I mean, it could be Chowdhury or something, but it's Chowdhury.
It's Chowder.
Yeah.
So here's Pod. After a mission to destroy a black hole that endangers mankind goes wrong, so the mission goes wrong, an astronaut awakens in her escape pod to find that decades have passed, seemingly in a moment. So we've seen this before, a little time shit. Now, with an old body and fragile mind, she battles against the elements of space and time to complete her mission. So
I was not
no.
expecting her
Yes.
to be old.
I
was
wasn't
just
expecting her to be old in space.
Right. Well, right. That's what I expected it just to be like, oh, time has passed, not I've aged.
Yeah.
So
I
that is interesting.
I thought this was going to be the old. I'm here. Oh, I'm old, and how am I going to adapt? And all my family. A lot of tears, a lot of
Yeah.
tears. But this one's like, nope. You're old and stuck in space. What are you going to do?
All right. Now,
Let's
who do
find
they
out.
cast for the old? They cast a young person and make them look old. Right?
You cast a mother-daughter combination.
Oh. Okay. Name one.
Go fuck yourself. Well, not Carrie Fisher. No, can't do that. Somebody has a fucking who's?
Yeah. I mean, there's like Goldie Hawn and Kate Hudson.
There we go. I gotta find this actress's name real quick because she's got a family member in the business as well. This is just the podcast now.
Yeah, that's the podcast.
Emma Roberts, who's obviously related to Julia Roberts, so you get them.
Oh, yeah.
But there's some options.
Yeah, there are.
So it's always like trying to find the fun angle.
But there's not as many options as you would think.
Yeah. Well, if Carrie Fisher was still with us, still hot about that. So yeah, interesting premise. I will definitely watch the trailer, and I will check it out. That also seems like a Netflix movie,
Yeah.
but it's not as of now.
Well, it could be.
The Broker by Justin Piasecki, a fixer who brokers off the books exchanges for powerful corporate clients, finds himself being hunted after he's hired to protect a whistleblower and the evidence that she has uncovered.
Okay, a little thriller.
A little action movie. It's all about
Yeah.
casting that guy. That's who this movie's for.
And her, the whistleblower is important.
You'd think so.
Well, she's gonna, because she can't be helpless. She's got to be someone who can, pull her own weight.
Yeah.
Now, do they play that as a comedy? They could.
Lightly. It'll be light.
Okay, so it won't be like full on Jason Bourne, but
No, I'm worried.
Not-
Think more rock, actually. I'm thinking.
oh,
Dwayne.
see, you're thinking way more action than I was.
Yeah. My brain
Also,
doesn't-
kind
my
of,
brain
it could be
doesn't.
like a Will Smith type of movie too. He likes to do stuff like
Yeah,
this.
it could be Slick or it could be Michael Bay.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Right.
Shut In by Melanie Toast.
And by the way, we're at 14 votes now. Melanie
God,
Toast.
and I think like the final list is 20. We'll see. I think this is going to be a two-part. Maybe we'll,
No. We only
okay,
got about
okay.
6 or 7
Okay.
more.
Shut In by Melanie Toast. Great name. A single mother is held captive by her violent ex, and her 2 young children are left at risk. She must do everything to protect them and survive. Okay.
Yeah, and this is being made. Looks like got new line.
New lines attached.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a nice little
Melanie
thriller.
Toast.
And you know what? I see so many requests for female protagonist thrillers, strong female protagonist thrillers in minimal locations.
And
that's
checks
what-
every box.
Every fucking box. Because she's going to beat this dude's ass, and we're not leaving this house. It's called Shut In. We're not leaving this house.
Right.
The dude lied was like, yeah, we got $20. Here, go make your movie.
Right.
A Magical Place Called Glendale by Sarah Mongi. To revamp her self-image, an arrogant but well-meaning high school socialite decides to help a former friend land the guy of her dreams, but in the process realizes she wants her for herself.
Whoa. Wait, hold on. Can you read that one more time? Because
In the process,
I thought I knew where that was going.
in the process of helping her female friend land this dude, our socialite decides she wants her friend for herself.
Twist.
Whoa!
Got a twist.
It got
We have a
me.
twist.
Pulled that
Yeah.
rug from underneath
Because
me,
I thought I knew exactly where that was going
and
the
I was
whole time.
I was ready to go off. I was ready. I was ready to get hot. Like we're still doing
haven't they
this.
made this movie? Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be fun. That's gonna be cute. That's gonna be
Yeah.
a cute as shit movie.
Yeah.
They'll handle that
Get
well.
Kate McKinnon in there.
as a teacher. Because she's not high school age.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, high school socialite. Oh, I read that
Yeah,
as like,
high school socialite.
yeah, I read that. I heard that different. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Who's
No, I think
revamping a self-image when you're in high school? See, and a former friend. Okay, all these words made me think they were like high school friends or something, and there's a lot going on in the lives of these teenagers.
yeah. Hey, from
Okay.
freshman year to senior year, that's an eternity.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so.
Rumors by Tyler Austin and Patrick Emmy. That's probably how he says it because he's in the business and he's like, it's
Yeah.
me, it's Emmy, just call me that. In 1970s LA, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, two struggling musicians and lovers, join a band called Fleetwood Mac and are thrown into a whirlwind, a lot of whirlwinds today, of worldwide fame. So it's a whirlwind of worldwide fame. Infamous drug addiction and one of the best-selling albums of all time, which also happens to be about the disintegration of their relationship.
Okay. There's way too many words in this when you're doing a story about real people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need, which also happens to be about like, okay, you're doing it behind the music. That's fine.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. And I have no problem with them doing this story, but you don't need to tell me this much in the log line. Just say, hey, we're doing the Fleetwood Mac thing. And people go, oh, okay.
They mention the drugs. Yeah, we're covering the
Yeah.
drugs.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mention the drugs and the albums or whatever. But yeah, we don't need all that.
Yeah. Which also happens to be. Here's a fun fact at the end of my log line. It also happens to be about the disintegration of their relationship. It's like, what
Which,
the
of course,
fuck?
it does, because every single movie or show about a band is about that.
Mm-hmm.
There have not been very many movies like this year. I feel like last year, every other one was a true story about some people from before.
It's been a dream.
Yeah, there's only a few. So maybe that little fad is winding down.
I think so, and that's what happens. So here's the thing in the industry. They say never write what's hot, because by the time that shit gets made, it ain't hot no more. And that's what happened with like a lot of those, like the true like the historical figure kind of ones. Like those were super hot, and
Right.
now they're not.
I remember last year we did a lot of original. Most of these are original. There's a few adaptations, but not too many.
Yeah.
And a couple true story. But I feel like last year was like everything was a World War II story. Stories we've heard before.
And
These at least are stories that haven't been told, even if they're true.
And I don't remember if it was last year or before that, but one of the hot subgenres was the mixing of historical and zombies.
Oh,
Like that
yeah.
shit. That ran its course, obviously.
Right.
So, like, during that era, if you were writing something, by the time you got that in somebody's hands who was going to do anything, it's like, it's come and gone. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah, Stevie Nicks' Fleetwood Mac movie, that'd be fun. I won't watch it. I don't have any interest in it. Unless I hear it's really good. You got to see it.
Right,
No, okay,
right.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent
God, I love that title.
by Kevin Etten and Tom Gormican. Actor
Here's
Nicolas Cage. Holy shit.
I love that. Is that not the most perfect title
The
for...
first thing I did.
By the way, no, hold on. You got to finish this. Oh, my God, I just read the whole thing. This is on the list.
Well, after it said Nicolas Cage, my eyes shot to financier. Like, are we making this? Yes, Lionsgate's going to be making this. So after Nicolas Cage, spiraling and trapped in debt, ouch, makes an appearance at the birthday party of a Mexican billionaire. While there, he learns that the billionaire runs a drug cartel, and the CIA recruits Cage for intelligence.
Hell yes. I'm in.
Now we're making movies.
I'm in. Nicolas Cage playing himself, which he always does anyway, is recruited. This should be a real life thing. I hope this happens for real. This is gonna be
This
great.
reminds me of like that little Barron Trump one where it's like, this is actually why shit is the way it is. Like,
But good.
but good. Like if Nick Cage with his fucking weird shaman masks, and it's like, what is he doing? It's like, I actually have to, like, they make me, like, they taught me this thing. Like, just like that could be fun.
this is, oh my God. I love the idea. I love the title because I can picture him saying those words out loud about himself.
It's like this debt.
I'm not even going to try to do an impression because it won't be like Jim's.
He's not here.
I know.
Make
Well,
us look bad.
You'll have to bring this up to him on next Monday.
I will. I will. Let me write that down.
And
So,
it's a Nicolas Cage movie, so obviously it's going to be made.
Yeah. Well,
I'm so excited for that.
I mean, it's being financed. I did hear something about a movie where Nick Cage was going to be playing Nick Cage, and I think this is obviously it.
Yeah.
So we found it. Hey, we got one.
And by the way, it has a lot of votes. So I mean, we're not the only ones who apparently like this idea.
Yeah. There's something about actors playing themselves. We've seen it before, obviously.
Yeah.
But depending on the actor, it's like, yeah, just give it to me.
God, it's gonna be so good.
The Traveler by Austin Everett. A man jumps forward in time at the same time every morning. As the length of time increases for every jump, he struggles to keep his family together and find a cure, all as his secret spreads throughout the world. Based on the novel by Joseph Eckert.
Okay, I don't fully. I understood everything you said. I don't fully understand the mechanics of that.
Yeah.
But I don't really like time travel usually, so
yeah.
I don't know if I care.
Hopefully they can sell it in the trailer. I'm always rooting for some sci-fi, and that definitely sounds like it's that.
Yeah.
Cicada by Lillian Yu. When a talented hacker is recruited by the mysterious Cicada 3301, she gets wrapped up in a plot that threatens to destroy the entire world, based on the real organization.
Okay.
I have no idea what that is.
There's a lot of strange spacing in that. There.
Yeah,
okay.
that.
That's weird, but yeah, I've never heard of the organization. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
If you Google it, it's just like this.
Oh, I'm interested.
Yeah, that could be.
That's
It's very 4chan-y, you know.
Yeah, like they recruit code breakers and stuff.
Yeah.
The 4chan thing's kind of weird, but I like the idea.
That could go a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But apparently it's a hell of a script by Lillian. So awesome. So you know it goes some places.
Yeah.
She made some choices, because that's the kind of thing. Because it's so wrapped in mystery, you get a lot of wiggle room. You get a lot to play with.
You can make a lot of stuff up, and it's fine.
Yeah. What are they going to say? Nothing. No one can say shit.
You can go a lot of conspiracy ways with it.
Yeah.
You can do some good stuff.
I want to write this Robert Pronge serial killer script, because I don't know if you know about this guy, but what's known is like fucking interesting, but there's so much unknown. I'm like, yeah, I can fill in those blanks, but that'd be fun. So good job, Lillian. On to the only script with 19 votes, Don't Worry, Darling, by Carrie Van Dyke and Shane Van Dyke. And it's a psychological thriller. Once again, just tell me what it is.
Yeah.
A psychological thriller about a 1950s housewife whose reality begins to crack, revealing a disturbing truth underneath. I don't know.
Okay. Shane Van Dyke is, I looked it up, the grandson of Dick Van Dyke.
So is that what we're getting? Like a little alternate reality thing with the Van Dyke show? Just the Dick Van Dyke?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of interested in this idea because, like, the 1950s housewife, there's that image of her just being like, everything's great, everything's fine, I'm going to make dinner. But a lot of them underneath were, like, really trying to not lose it because you weren't allowed to lose it back then.
Couldn't lose it.
So, like, I kind of like the idea of, like, it's kind of like the Pleasantville idea.
Yeah.
A little bit. So that could be interesting.
Okay. And we are reaching...
We got two more.
The final two. Wow, so that was number 3. Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah.
And
I feel like this year
vague.
there was, the jump this year. There were a lot of 6 and 7, and then it went to 20 already, real quick.
Yeah. So here we go. 2 more left. Field of View by Rice Clausen Wolf and Julian Silver. A soldier, forced to relive her worst day in combat, begins to question her sanity when the VR simulation she's experiencing doesn't match her memory of the mission gone wrong. Okay. This we got a lot last year. This we had a lot of
Yeah.
like Black Mirror shit.
Yeah.
So this
maybe
is
it's
literally the
good.
only one.
I don't think that's for me.
Yeah. What's real? What's not? We're in a simulation of a simulation.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like Total Recall.
Yeah. I hope if they're fucking lucky.
Well, I said like Total Recall. I
If
didn't
they're
say it's
fucking lucky.
yeah.
And our last screenplay with 29 votes, Move On by Ken Kobayashi. Teddy thinks he's the only living person left in a world where humanity is frozen in time, until his ex-girlfriend, Lena, shows up at his doorstep. Together, they must go on a journey to find the cause behind the freeze, and in the process, confront the issues that plague their relationship before it's too late.
Don't even tell me that last part. Don't tell me that last part, because I know that's going to be in there, but when you say that, I feel like it's going to be like too much of that and not enough of the cool sci-fi post-apocalyptic thing going on. And also, how hilarious is it that you're like, I'm the only one left, and then the ex-girlfriend shows up? God damn it. It had to be you.
It's because what actually happened is they're dead and he's in hell, and his hell is being alone with her.
Oh, twist. I like it.
I'm trying to make this better because I
I'm
can't believe this is the top one. I'm sure it's fine, and
that's it.
But man,
the fact that it got 29, it didn't just get like a couple more votes. It went from 20 votes to 29. There is nothing in between that. This has to be better than...
It's got to be the concept.
Right?
Like Bruce Almighty, like that's a hell of a concept, you know?
Right.
You have the powers of God. It's like, oh shit, we got a movie for 90 minutes, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And this is, time has frozen and you're stuck with a person. Okay, that's a movie that's a fucking Outer Limits Twilight Zone episode.
It's like a Twilight Zone episode, but I could definitely see it being much more than that.
Yeah, but that ex-girlfriend shit, that really junks it up for me.
They better have a good reason why,
and
I'm sure they do.
And
I'm sure they have a reason why those two are the two that aren't frozen.
And JD, that can't be like the finish. That needs to be the opening 15. Like why? Like you need to explain why real quick if you want me on board for your it's my ex-girl, I'm stuck with my ex-girlfriend. No, you better explain that right away.
Like they happen to be doing it in a bunker somewhere when everyone got poisoned or whatever.
Anything.
They avoided. Yeah, something.
Maybe they met at work and they're both scientists. Some bullshit. Even that sucks.
Here's the twist. Teddy somehow has a genetic immunity to it, and it turns out his ex-girlfriend related to him, also immune.
Or he transmitted it sexually.
Oh, it's like the one good STD.
The one good STD. That would have been a better title.
It's called Move On.
Move On. Coming this fall.
You know what?
Move
Maybe
on.
it is. Maybe he's not in hell. Maybe he's in purgatory, and he has to let go this thing with her before he can move on to the afterlife.
Or maybe at the end when he comes to terms with that, he takes off the VR helmet and he was in that soldier simulation this whole time, and they cross the movies over.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't know. I think Move On has potential. There's a lot of ways you can go with that, and some of them are pretty good, and some of them are not very good.
I just think in its best case scenario, it's just not fucking strong enough for me to go see it. But maybe I'm not.
I think, like you said, it depends how quickly these things happen. Like that ex-girlfriend has to show up right away. They've got to figure out why they are the only two left or not frozen or whatever right away.
Yeah. Well, a little disappointed with some of the final choices, But overall, I really liked the list. There wasn't little historical fiction. It wasn't that again. We got a couple more sharks. I think that's gonna be here for a little bit, but eventually will go away because you can only tell so many stories with that.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, some
I
originals.
this was a different, very different list. Like we didn't have too many of the female badass protagonists um, this year, so that fad might be. I don't want to say fad because that kind of more negative than I mean it, but that kind of trend might be dying down. We have female protagonists, but not where she's. It's not like Kill Bill female protagonist,
Yeah,
and we've had a lot of those recently. Didn't have too many of them.
right now I think they're trying to find their lady John Wick. So we're gonna see those attempts
Yeah.
until something hits.
Well, I feel like they've been doing that, and we don't have that many this year.
You know what I would love? Like, give me that. You're trying to make a female action star. They try with the MMA ladies, but they can't
Right.
act well, and so it hurts
Right.
the cause. Give me one of those ladies, one of the top ones that we've got, and bring one-liners back.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? It's like she's gonna no, then she says this, and it's
A
like
lady with a catchphrase.
that would be hilarious. And not every one-liner needs to be dick related or gender
No, no.
based, but just give me that. It could be awesome.
Yeah.
So back to this, and then we're gonna wrap up so JD can go fix his phone. The scripts that I made note of: 1031, Halloween Story, with the rapper, Killer on the Street, um, the Repossession, so updated Drop Dead Fred, High on Christmas, because I'm curious to see what what they do with that. The House Is Not for Sale by Roy Parker. Roy, the house is for sale.
Yeah.
And of course, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent
Yeah.
for Nicolas Cage. So, all right, that's I guess that's gonna do it. JD, we're done here.
I think so. By the way, I was looking at last year's list, and I forgot I did this. I tracked how many were based on a true story last year. 29 last year were based on a true story.
Holy
And
shit!
I did not track this year, but
It was
this
like
year
two.
what? Yeah, it wasn't very.
It was literally like two.
Now that counts based on a true story and the actual like biopics kind of combined. So there were for real maybe 5 to 10 this year.
Yeah, depends how
And
loose. Yeah,
yeah, right. So much better, much better this year. A lot more original ones, which I like, even if they're not things that are for me.
yeah.
I like original stories.
Like
Try something new.
1800s plantation telekinesis. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right, sign me up.
that was Stampede, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I've got like 10 on my list this year.
nice.
So we will see if any of those come out and if I remember to watch any of them.
That's gonna do it for the 2019 Blacklist. Thanks for listening. I'm Roy Parker.
And I'm Nicolas Cage. No, I'm not. I shouldn't say that. No one's Nicolas Cage except Nicolas Cage. And sometimes Jim.
Sometimes Jim.